Okay, so here is the interior of the cover, and there you go. You can see this piece of tape. Um, it looked doable, so I will give it a shot, but nothing harm on trying. So let's get going and see if I can do it. The important thing about this book is that I use a blade like this, and I was very happy to find out that the tape glue has not dried off yet. So I was able to use the sharp edge of this blade and work slowly on the edge until I was able to get in. It took me a while, okay, trust me, it took me a good 15 minutes of slow and patient rocking back and forth. As you can see, the blade. This cover is very fragile, as you can see. It's a low-grade book. Now you see the blade sinking in, okay? Now it's there because I had been working on it for the past 15 minutes before I turned on the camera. And you can hear the stickiness of the glue still. Let me pull out the blade and you can see. See that? That's the sound of the glue still sticking to the blade, so that's okay. And this is how I'm doing it. Now, one thing I could have tried, and I still might do that later, is use a hair dryer to blow. But the problem of trying to do that is, as you can see, how fragile and worn the cover is, okay? I don't really want to use the hair dryer because that may rip the cover right off the staple, because the staple area is pretty weak. So you can see I'm keep working my way, rocking back and forth the blade to get in there, okay? Patient. It will get there. I am past the halfway point. I use very little pressure, okay? Get yourself a nice and sharp razor if you want to do this, because if you have a sharp razor, it's just take a steady hand, a soft touch, and a lot of patience. The tape, the glue is still pretty sticky. There you go. Look like the blade went off the rail here a little bit, so what I might have to do is work my way back on the edge of the very edge. Okay? Like I said, just take some time, some patience. It will get in there. The sharp blade, the sharp edge will work itself in like that. Just like that, you can see it. Okay? What I will do is turn off the camera and keep working, okay? No need for you to sit here and watch me do this for the next 30 minutes. It takes time. I just want to show you in real time how much work it takes. Okay, so there you go. Keep working. I'm about halfway done. Welcome back. I took a little break. This is 15 minutes later. As you can see, I'm making good progress. Once again, when I'm doing this, I also put my finger on the other side of the cover, pressing against the blade so that there is support on the other side. I want to put minimal stress on the cover. As you can see, slowly but surely, there is no rushing to this. Does not want to make the tear any worse than it is, right? I have no idea how long this piece of tape must have been here for, if I had to guess, 5-10 years, if not longer. Surprisingly, to my benefit, the glue is not dry. As you can see, the blade has now worked its way across the tape on a good third. I'm not quite halfway done, but keep rocking the blade back and forth, applying minimal pressure. What I probably will do is get a little scissor and cut the part of the tape that have been lifted up so far, because what happened is the glue on the side of the tape is still very sticky, and it makes the blade very sticky and harder to navigate across the tape. So what I will do is pause, get a little scissor, and cut that piece of tape off, and then restart the process. I'm trying to lift the blade off, and you can see that? That's what I'm talking about. The glue is so sticky. That's the little piece. Looking good. Okay. This is just glue right here, okay? Now, if I was to use undo, I'm pretty sure this would come off real quickly, real easily, okay? The only reason I'm not using undo is that on silver edge books like this, that is dirty and slightly yellow. Using undo will create a spot, like a moisture damage spot that, you know, I don't like to see. You know, when you use undo on modern or bronze books, it doesn't leave any kind of mark, but on Silver Age it will, and I don't want that. That's why I'm decided to use this method. It's slower, but I think the result will look nicer, and there's not going to be any big water spot left behind from the undo. Even though the undo will dry off fairly quickly, it will still leave a mark. Looking good. Okay, just keep working. It's definitely easier after I cut off the other portion, because it will keep sticking to the blade, make it harder to work the blade through. See, what I will do now is turn off the camera, okay, and keep working on it, and hopefully in another 15 minutes we'll be done. It is done. The last remnant of tape came off. Look at that. What do you think? Hopefully it will come clear, but there you go. Tape is out. You know, when it comes down to removing tape, every time I get a book that have tape in it, especially if it has not dry as far as the glue and has not have tape stain, I always try to remove it just like this, because by leaving the tape there over time, it could dry up and have a tape stain in that spot later. So it's best to remove it. As far as I am concerned, I'm pretty happy here. It's still, you can feel it, sticky glue. So what I will do is, you take a tissue and then you rub that area. The remaining glue that's on the cover will have small particle of tissue sticking to it, and then I can remove the glue slowly. Okay, I'm sure there are other methods that are quicker, but you can see now like a little piece of tissue, paper, particle. You notice it's no longer sticky. Okay, that's a big part. That's a big plus, because the last thing I want to do is leave that stickiness there and close the cover and then have the cover stick to the splash page. I can stop right here. I don't have a problem. Okay, I don't have a problem with what little residue there is, but by just doing that, I can feel, you know, I can also use the back of the blade and just scrape. Okay, just do it lightly. You don't want to scrape the paper, but by doing so, you will scrape off the glue eventually. Okay, just take a little time and patience, no rush. This is not the kind of thing that you can rush through. Doing good. Okay, but like I said, the stickiness is gone. But that's it. Thanks for watching. That's the tip and tricks on how to remove a piece of tape from an old book. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.